Hi everyone, Aiden here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat Huk mid-size tailgate pad and seeing how it fits on the back of our 2015 Toyota Tacoma. Now it's going to be a great way to carry up to 5 bikes with you in your Tacoma, which is a really solid option because most hitch-mounted bike racks can only carry up to 4 bikes. There's a few specialty ones out there that can do more, but I'd argue that this is going to be the easier method of doing it just because it's pretty easy to load up and it's very cost effective too. But there's a lot of options in the world of tailgate pads, so what makes the Kuat Huk unique? There's a number of things, including the ton of padding that's all on the front, the top, and the back, which offers ample protection for both your bike and your tailgate. You can see up top, it's about an inch thick of foam padding here on the top of the tailgate, and about the same out front and out back. It is going to be a bit of a strange fit on this year, make, model Tacoma, just because this part of the tailgate is quite a bit thinner, and up here it's a little bit wider. So it does curve over the sides, and it doesn't fit as nicely as it does with some of the other mid-sized trucks that this will fit. But overall, it's a really solid fit. It's not going anywhere, and I do think that all that coverage from the extra foam is going to go a long way because it does curve around the edges and make tons of contact with the down tube of our bike here. Now the way this is held in is with a strap on that down tube that's going to be loosened up by lifting this plastic buckle and pulling the strap loose. And then in the reverse, to attach it, you just feed that around the tube of your bike, pull it tight, and flip that lever down. There's some teeth on there that will prevent this from being pulled and loosened, which does result in a pretty strong hold on the bike. You can see here, really no movement. If I shake it from the top, there's a little bit, but honestly, it's wedged in there pretty well, and that strap does provide a good amount of downward pressure. But for now, let's get this undone and remove the bike. So I'll just lift this up and away. I'll set this to the side, and we can take a closer look at the pad itself. Out front, there's going to be a flap. I want to point that out because when you leave this on the tailgate, or if you leave this on the tailgate between rides, and you've got it empty, you can lift this up to expose your backup camera and the handle for your tailgate. There's a hook and loop strap there, so we can roll this up, take that strap, feed it through the buckle on top. I'll get my hand out of the way as soon as I can, and just hook it to itself. Now the roll looks kind of goofy up top, but functionally it's going to be very nice because, again, use of our backup camera here and the handle for the tailgate to lower it down. So we get full access to the bed of our truck. And here you can see all 5 of those bike straps and all the different sewn loops that we can choose to attach them to. So you're not set to fixed intervals with these straps. If you've got some bigger bikes that need more space, you can space them out further apart, and some smaller ones that can fit closer to one another can sit closer to one another. They're also long enough that if your bike were to maybe fall in between 2 of these points, you can just feed it through both, and it's still plenty long to reach the frame of your bike. We've tested it with a lot of different bikes, and we didn't have any issues, which in the case of our Tacoma today is great, because if you look inside the bed, you'll notice that the wheel wells do come in quite a bit. So lining this up kind of at the midpoint between those 2 outer tie-down loops is going to be a great way to maximize the space. Now I'll get this fed back through so it's not going anywhere. You could just keep this in your truck if you didn't want them to be messed with. And honestly, these buckles are okay. I don't like that they're plastic. If you're looking for one that's maybe a bit better quality, I'd recommend looking at the Yakima Gatekeeper because it uses metal G-hooks, but those ones are going to be in fixed intervals, so you don't get as much ability to move them side to side. The other thing I like about the Kuat grip is, the Kuat Huk, is the 4 straps that you use to secure this to your tailgate. Most tailgate pads are going to use only 3, which pull pretty unevenly and create these odd bubbles around these sections where the tailgate pad doesn't lay flat. But this gives you a nice, flat, clean look pulls more evenly across the whole tailgate pad, and when you feed them down through the truck bed and the tailgate, they loop back around to these sewn-on loops with metal G-hooks. So that part is going to be really well constructed, and I think it's going to result in a much better fit on the tailgate. The overall construction here is a TPU material, really weather resistant. It does pick up dirt and show it very easily because it's all black, but it's very easy to wipe that away, especially if you've got something like a wet rag. You can trust that it'll be looking like new. And overall, I like the Kuat Huk quite a bit. They make a couple different versions of this for different trucks, and the mid-size option fits the 2015 Tacoma really well. Everything lines up where I want it to with the backup camera and the handle. It fits around that thinner tailgate pretty well too, and all the straps pull evenly on there, giving us a really solid way to transport 5 bikes to wherever we need. Thanks for watching.